I asked my husband to think of 3 things that he felt went well for us this year. So, what is the first thing you think that we did well as far as managing our money went this year? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mind Your Money. My name is Tasha. You see this handsome face here, that's my husband, Rudolph. He's joining me on today's video, which we are going to be talking about 3 things we felt went well for the 2020 year as far as our budget is concerned. So, you know that we started this channel as a way to document our journey to debt freedom, financial independence, and building generational wealth, and it all starts with our budgeting and managing our money. So I invited my husband to come on today so we could talk about how we felt the year went in a glance. So there are a few things that we're going to share with you, or my husband is going to share with you, and we're just going to have a little dialogue, and hopefully going forward as a couple we'll be able to come together on the camera, maybe on the channel, and just share with you guys how we're doing, and we'll get a fresh perspective on our household goals and all of those things. So don't forget to click like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you like hearing content like this, and stay tuned for today's video. So, my handsome hubby, do you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Good night, everyone. I'm, as she said, her husband. My name is Rudolph, and I'm so happy to be a part of this tonight, sharing in this, my wife's broadcast to you as we shared our money experiences and so.
I asked my husband to think of 3 things that he felt went well for us this year. So, what is the first thing you think that we did well as far as managing our money went this year?
I believe the very first thing that we did is that we actually set in place a budget. So oftentimes couples will say, oh, we need to monitor or track our monies and what we're doing with it. And oftentimes that but slip under the carpet, and it doesn't materialize in the way that it ought to be. And I believe that one of the things that we people can do, and what we have done and what we found to work, is that we actually commit to having a budget. And I believe when you have a budget, you're able to track your monies, your expenditure, your income, and to able to make informed decisions on what you want to do and what you should do with money, and able to control money rather than having money control you.
Amen to that.
Secondly, I believe that we were able to commit towards having income and more so expenditure goals, where we were able to commit to spending a certain amount of monies every week and every month. I mean, it took some real commitment in doing that, to arriving and being very disciplined in our monies and our expenditure, because sometimes old habits take a long time to die off, and so right. And so we were able to set goals and say, this is what we want to spend this week. This is what we want to spend this month. And if we go over a little, we're able to compensate next month by, being a little more frugal and saving a little more, and, not going past that. And just to keep in that discipline of having those goals met. Thirdly, I believe we were able to pay off debts. These are things that normally hang over your head and becomes burdensome.
Yeah.
So when we were able to pay off debts, pay off credit cards, we were able to pay off my wife or student loan. We were able to pay off some other expenses that we had. We wanted to pay, but we didn't have the way of paying it. And I think that is a very, very good example in when one would be able to repay their debts. You become more of a disciplined individual.
Yes.
You're seeing in the eyes of others of that, that you're responsible, and it is a good way to teach our and impart into our children, the next generation, that they need to be responsible also,
Money,
and
definitely.
able to manage money and able to repay debts, and really put and inculcate or develop good money management skills
Yes.
for ourselves as well as for our children, by paying off debts and being more responsible when it comes to money.
That's very good. And my husband touched on some other things and other debts and things like that we needed to take care of. So our oldest son was in a private school, and I had owed some money on the tuition, and I was able to pay that off this year. It wasn't a grand amount, but we owed the money. So that's one thing that I think this year I didn't share that on the channel, but that's something that it was a big bill, and we were able to take care of that. I think you did that so beautifully. This is my husband's first time on this platform, so he was a bit nervous, but I'm so grateful for all of you who are going to comment down below and tell us what you think of the video. How did we do this time? And hopefully share some of your wins for the end of this year. I know that 2020 was such a tumultuous year for many of us, for probably all of us.
All of us.
We've all gone through some serious ups and downs with the shutdowns and just the racial injustices, and the pandemic was a big deal for all of us.
The lives that were lost, we empathize with those who lost.
Right, and we
loved
mourned a
ones.
lot this year. We empathize a lot with all of you. So hopefully you guys will continue the conversation in the comments and let us know how you guys are ending out the year, and what big wins or what big aha moments did you have that brought you through. And if you want to share those down, we're also going to reply to your comments and just keep encouraging this community to stay debt free, to become debt free, and to be better managers of your money. So as always, I end every video by telling you to mind your money, manage it well, and live your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys.
Bye.